So can I share with you probably some of the most amazing, maybe one of the best pieces of advice I've ever received? And this is what it was: don't speak until you're the smartest person in the room. In the book of James, James actually writes, and he writes this in the first chapter of James. He says, "Understand this, my dear brothers and sisters. You must all be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to get angry." He said to be godly. In fact, in the book of Proverbs, this talks about it multiple times. But to really understand things, we should be quick to hear, slow to response, or to be able to respond. It's called active listening. If you've ever been through this before, this concept of that I'm actually listening not to respond, but what I'm doing is I'm listening to understand, to comprehend. And so, as a young minister, I remember Pastor Tom Lawson telling myself this and another young minister as we were at a conference. He said, "Don't speak unless you're the smartest person in the room." Later on, I was reading and have been reading other books, and one of the things that they said to kind of put onto that is this idea that you and I, that when we're in a conversation, the last one to speak in a room is the smartest person in the room. Here's the concept. Think about it this way. You've got a group of 5 individuals. If you let the four people before you speak, you've now, if you've actively listened, you've now heard everything that they had to say. Hopefully you've understood and have amalgamated that information, added it to your own information. And guess what? You are now the smartest person in the room. It's not about non-speaking, but it's about the fact that we should be slow to speak. We should be quick to hear, to listen. Far too often, I think we spend way too much time getting ready to respond to what someone says instead of really listening and going, okay, what is it they're really saying? How is it I can understand this information? How is it I can understand what they're saying? Not so that I respond, but so that I actually understand it. If our goal in this life is to become more intelligent, to become smarter, become more wise, shouldn't we take the advice of the Bible and be a lot slower to speak than we are to listen? Shouldn't we be individuals that only share our knowledge, our advice, our thoughts when we know that we've understood what the problem is? Shouldn't we be so slow to speak that people almost have to drag it out of us, so that at the end of the day, what we actually say is profitable to everyone around us, instead of just spouting off like we do in social media, like we do in all these other environments? How many other people, in fact, I saw a meme today crack me up where it talked about, well, I don't know if Facebook has ever done any miracles other than make the dumb to speak, because that's what it does. So next time you see a post, next time you see something, next time you hear something and you're in a conversation, why don't you take a second, drop back a little bit and go, okay, I'm going to wait to speak until I know that I'm the smartest person in the room.